Never let anybody see you sweat. So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Grace Taylor claims she wanted a tattoo to honor her late husband, but the artist who inked her was drinking and misspelled 2 words. Ryan Chase says the plaintiff approved his stencil and he never drinks.
Ms. Taylor, you are suing your former tattoo artist, Mr. Chase, for $10,000 in negligence because, according to you, he misspelled several words in your tattoo. Tell me what happened. How did you find him?
Yes, Your Honor. I found him through a Google review.
Okay.
Lots of good reviews for his shop.
Okay. Had you ever had a tattoo before then?
No, ma'am. This was my first one.
And tell me about the tattoo.
So this tattoo was to commemorate my husband who passed away tragically.
Your deceased husband. I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am. My deceased husband who passed away tragically in a drunk driving accident. I wanted to get something that resonated with me. I knew it was going to be on my body for the rest of my life. So I did a lot of research, and I came across a phrase that I decided would always remind me of him. And pardon me, but I have to read it, Your Honor, because this whole situation has messed it up for me so deeply. It is trust the journey, wander with purpose, have faith, and always believe your angel will find you.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Thank you. So I wrote down what I wanted, exactly how I wanted it on a piece of paper. And when I found the shop in Seattle that I wanted to go to, I brought it with me and it went on a Friday night. I wanted to have the weekend to recover. And I also was getting the tattoo on my abdominal side, somewhere I could conceal it because I work in corporate financing. Mm-hmm. So I went in there and Mr. Chase was the only artist available. And he took a look at the paper and he made a stencil for it that matched the paper, and he asked me if I wanted to put some drawings on it. I decided it would be nice to have a compass and some wings on the side.
Okay.
He did the drawing and it looked great. It looked like what I gave him. And then he proceeded to do this tattoo.
And so what went wrong?
I got the tattoo laying on my side. I couldn't really see him or what he was doing. I could see him periodically taking breaks to drink something. After the tattoo was done, I noticed some beer cans in his trash can. And I was all bandaged up, so I couldn't view the tattoo after getting it. And I went home. And the next morning, I asked my boyfriend to take off the bandages for me, and I was really excited for this because he's actually the person who encouraged me to get the tattoo about my deceased husband.
Right.
And when he took it off, he started laughing. And I was really,
Why would he laugh?
Really confused.
That's a terrible reaction, but
Right?
go ahead. Why was he laughing?
He would laugh because he misspelled the word believe and angel. He wrote angle. Your Honor.
Tattooed exactly how she put it.
Hold on. Do you have a picture of the tattoo?
Yes,
that you
Your Honor.
Put into evidence? I don't want you to undress. I want a picture of the tattoo, which would be Plaintiff's Exhibit A, please. Trust the journey, wander with purpose, have faith, and always, the word believe is misspelled. Your angle will find you. The word angel is misspelled. The artwork's really good. If they weren't misspelled, this would be a great tattoo, right? What happened?
I did exactly what she had on the paper. I stenciled it out. I put it on her. I showed it to her. She said everything was okay with it. She liked it. I made sure 2 times, and I put it on there, and now we're here.
Do you keep the stencil? Can you show me the stencil?
Whenever you put on a stencil, it gets wet. So whenever you peel it off,
So you don't
it's
have
going
it.
to rip. No, ma'am.
Right. And do you have the piece of paper she handed you with the phrase or anything to show me that she's the one who misspelled it as opposed to the guy who's writing it?
I do not.
Do you think there's a chance you misspelled it?
No, Your Honor.
There's no way. There's no way.
Well,
I
I know you misspelled it. That's how you wrote it. You misspelled the word angel. You knew she didn't mean angle.
She's the one that misspelled it. I didn't misspell it.
Okay, but so did you notice that it was misspelled?
Yes, ma'am. But
So did you say to her, you've misspelled believe and angel? Did you say that to her?
No, ma'am. But I've seen a lot of crazy tattoos.
Right. So it's good though to make sure that so you're telling me you actually have a memory of it being misspelled, but you don't bring it up to her and say, "Are you sure you want to spell believe and angle?" Like you don't say anything to her?
A lot of my clients, they come and have fancy ways of writing things. It's not.
So did you or didn't you recognize that the word believe and angel were misspelled? Did you
Yes,
think
ma'am.
she meant angle?
I mean, I got where she signed the paperwork that everything was fine. She knows, she understands the contract.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
How would you have fixed this one? Tell me exactly what you would have done to fix it.
I'd make the words bolder, so it'll go over what's misspelled and
Yeah, but how are you going to do that with
correctly.
angle and angel?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Grace Taylor, who was in a dispute with Ryan Chase over a misspelled tattoo.
All right, I have a copy of the contract. This is Defense Exhibit A. Can we see it? No refunds. If the tattoo artist makes a mistake, a one-time courtesy correction will be offered at no charge. Mistakes caused by client provided info are the client's responsibility. Client confirms they checked and approved the design, spelling, and placement before tattooing begins. I have read this and understand this policy and agree to it. And is this your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When does, in the continuum of your time there, does he have you sign this?
This paper was signed right before the tattoo,
Right.
after I had seen the stencil.
Was the stencil correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you use the stencil? Tell me how the stencil works.
Well, I draw it with a marker on a thin piece of paper. I put it over the client's skin. I get soapy water on the rag, and I wipe it on top of the stencil, and I peel the stencil off, and it's right there, and then I go over the stencil with the needle.
Is it super clear, or is it just the basic thing?
The stencil's going to be clear because she has no tattoos on her whatsoever, so it's going to stand out. So there's no way I could have messed that up. None at all.
Well, no, there is. We know for a fact that there's two words misspelled. I believe that if I was in your shoes, I'd say, did you want these two words misspelled? So long as I caught the two words misspelled. You don't take pictures during the process?
No, I do not.
Just sips of beer.
Not until.
Just sips of beer. Let's talk about that because she's a little annoyed that, according to her, you were drinking while you were doing her tattoo.
Your Honor, if I drink while I'm doing my tattoos or in that shop, I lose my tattoo license, and I can't afford to lose my tattoo license.
So according to you, you didn't drink at all?
I don't drink.
You don't drink, period?
No, ma'am. If it's a Friday night, got people coming in wanting tattoos because while they're drinking, they're not gonna feel no pain, so they're gonna want his and hers tattoos. So it's gonna be loud. It's gonna have people in and out. It's gonna have people that's been drinking, throwing stuff away in the trash cans.
Your Honor, I smelt it on his breath that night.
When?
After my tattoo.
Right, but if it's on his breath and the guy's like working on your body a few inches from you, why weren't you smelling it on his breath before that if you really smelled it on his breath?
I was turned to the side, away from him.
You know, I have to be careful that you're not just saying that because you want him to pay for the removal, which ended up costing you how much?
$5,850.
Right. And did he ever offer to correct it for you?
He did offer to correct it, but this is not the kind of thing that you can correct. The design was not as intricate as it had been on the stencil. It looked like something a child had drawn.
Well, I'm sorry. I just saw the tattoo. I don't think it looks like something a child has drawn.
You know, I've been doing this for 8+ years. There ain't no way I'm gonna make a simple mistake like that. I've done
People
portraits.
make mistakes like that all the time. I've heard.
not with
You think you're
tattoos.
my first rodeo? I have had so many of these cases with tattoo artists. I have no words to describe. They've misspelled the name of the girlfriend, and then everybody always points the finger at the other one and says it's your fault. It's your fault. And then what am I supposed to do? Try to figure which of the two of you is more likely to misspell the word angel and believe? I mean, how do I do that?
Him, Your Honor.
Him? Why?
Well, I graduated from college in 3 years and got my MBA in 1.
Okay.
I think I can spell.
Well, some people can't spell. I mean, one of the things he says is, if I make the mistake, I will offer you a one-time courtesy correction. How would you even correct that, by the way?
Cover-ups. We do cover-ups. There's you can add-ons. There's
Yeah, but how do you
different
cover
ways.
up a misspelled word? Like, what do you do?
You could have something bolder, darker over the tattoo.
Oh, well, no, then it would show. It would be like a
No,
little
it
kid.
won't.
Then it would look like a little kid thing.
If it's a dark tattoo, if it's a light tattoo, then it's a dark color will cover that, and it will be there.
Yeah, but how can we get the tattoo up there again? How would you have fixed this one? Tell me exactly what you would have done to fix it.
I'd make the words bolder.
So that you can hide the...
So it'll go over what's misspelled and have
Yeah,
it
but how are you going to do
spelled
that with
correctly.
angle, an angel?
I'd have to sit down and play with it and really understand what I can do with it.
Viewers asked, and now Judge Milian has the answer.
John, what's one piece of legal advice that you wish more law schools taught?
I would say something they don't teach that they probably should focus on more is that in litigating cases and being in court, less is more. And it's like the famous quote from Mark Twain when he sent some guy a letter and he said at the end, if I'd had more time, I'd have written a shorter letter.
Right.
Because it does take time. And the best lawyers and the best litigants who come into court are the ones who can take a situation that might be kind of complicated
And
just
distill it.
boil it down to
Yeah.
its essence, and boom, get it out short and sweet for the judge.
Coming up,
That he offered and you didn't want him touching you again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I did not want him to touch me after
Yes,
messing
I've
up
got that.
badly.
I've got that. And listen, it's your body and you can make your decisions. The thing is, I have to make a ruling based on the evidence that I have in front of me.
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Grace Taylor, who was in a dispute with Ryan Chase over a misspelled tattoo.
Okay, you're saying it's an artist mistake. He's saying it's a client mistake and he doesn't even have to do anything. But let's just establish you did offer to correct it for her. Of that there's no doubt, right? That he offered and you didn't want him touching you again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I did not want him to touch me after
Yes,
messing
I've
up
got that.
badly.
I've got that. And listen, it's your body and you can make your decisions. The thing is, I have to make a ruling based on the evidence that I have in front of me. And so I've got this dispute between the two of you. I have nothing of the original writing. I don't have the original note. I don't have the original stencil. I don't have anything of that. So, and I've got him offering to you the best case scenario for you under the contract, which is to correct it. That is the best case scenario for you here, because you actually signed something. When do you have them sign this, by the way? Before or after that tattoo's done?
She signed this before the tattoo even started.
Right, so the statement that says, I confirm that I checked and approved the design, spelling, and placement before tattooing begins.
I signed it because the stencil he gave me
Had it correctly
was
spelled.
correct.
So how does he end up, if the stencil is correct and you have light skin and you have no tattoo there, and you're saying the stencil is correct, how does the angel angle problem happen?
He spelt them wrong.
But he has a stencil, so it's, even if he doesn't know how to spell angel versus angle, he's got it right on there, correctly, you're saying. So it would be really hard to get it wrong.
Coming up,
You wouldn't let him get a shot at correcting it.
Because he had messed up so badly at
Oh,
that
that's
point. I
fine.
wasn't letting me.
That's why I wouldn't sign this contract, you see?
I
But
signed it before the tattoo
Yes,
happened.
I know.
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Grace Taylor, who was in a dispute with Ryan Chase over a misspelled tattoo.
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, because the bottom line is, you've signed a contract that says that if the artist makes a mistake, which he's saying he didn't, but he's saying, fine, let's go with that. If the artist makes a mistake, the best you've got is not $10,000 in pain and damages and removal of tattoo. The best you've got is that he gets a shot at correcting it. And you wouldn't let him get a shot at correcting it.
Because he had messed up so badly at that
that's
point,
fine.
I wasn't letting him.
That's why I wouldn't sign this contract, you see?
I signed it before the tattoo
Yes,
happened.
I know you did, all right? But what you're saying is, hey, you and I are entering into a contract where if I make a mistake, your remedy is spelled out beforehand, which is for me to try to correct the mistake. You got to give me a chance to try to correct the mistake. That's what you signed. And then you don't give him a chance to fix the mistake. You make decisions that are 100% sound on your part. You don't want him touching you again. You want the whole thing removed. You don't think that's fine. But you're now coming into court and asking me to hold him to a higher standard than what you agreed to that night. You signed a contract, and my job is to decide if he breached the contract or you breached the contract, right? And then whether you should be able to get $10,000 in damages because it hurts to remove a tattoo and you're out $5,000. You want a remedy that you signed away. You want the nuclear remedy, which is, I want the $5,000 it took to take it off. By the way, how much did you pay for this tattoo?
$900.
Okay, I want the $5,000.
I'm not even asking him for that, Your Honor. I would just like.
No, I know you want $10,000, not $900. I got it.
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
I'd love to ignore the contract you signed, but I can't. You know, I'm stuck with the facts that you have given me.
Your Honor, I also don't want to be here wasting your time today.
No, you're not wasting my time. You know, this is important to you. I understand that. That's what we got to be here no matter what. It doesn't matter.
I've given Mr. Chase multiple opportunities to pay me back for his mistakes.
Yeah, no, but that's not the remedy and the contract that you signed. The remedy and the contract that you signed is, in a world where I make a mistake, you give me a chance to correct the mistake. And you didn't do that. So I'm just not in a position to award you the money that you're asking for. I am going to order him to return the $900, though, because I think that if someone sees misspelled words, you shouldn't just say, you want it like this, don't you? You should just try to get to the bottom of it. And I also don't like that there's absolutely no record with a phone right there and pictures handy, no record of absolutely anything that she approved. I don't like either one of those two things. I'm ordering him to return the $900, but that's it.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $900.
I'll fix it still.
You're never gonna touch me.
Okay. Exit this way, please. Make sure you grab all of your belongings. Ladies first.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.